Hello friend! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie and today I have another pen haul for you. If you love stationery and pens and bullet journaling or hand lettering, I think you are really going to love this video. I have a lot of different pens to show you and I will be showing you swatches as well so you can see the colors. So let's get right into it. The first pen that I'm going to show you is this pack of 20. I believe it's called the Kaco Green retractable gel ink pens. It says they are extra fine 0.5 millimeter gel pens, and there were 20 of them in this pack, and as you can see they are bright and colorful and really pretty. I not only love the color, I also love the body of this pen, and that's not something I usually comment a ton on unless it's really unique, but this one is. It's kind of like a rubbery feel the whole entire pen. I love how it looks, I love how it feels all over. Just really love the body of this pen. And as you can see, I am lining them up in rainbow order, which is usually what I do so that it's easier for me to grab these for swatches. And also because doesn't it just look better to organize pens in rainbow order? Let me know in the comments below if you do this, and if you do you put pink before red or after purple? So I am just showing you the swatches of these here. These, like I said, are really fun to write with. I love the body of the pen, and so far these have written really nicely for me. I haven't had them super long, but I have used them a little bit more than just for this video. I've been using them here and there, and they seem to write really smoothly. I haven't noticed much skipping at all, so they are pretty fine point. I do tend to like a thicker gel pen sometimes because I feel like it writes really smoothly. And not like as scratchy, you know, as sometimes a finer point can write. But this one I really do like. It writes really nicely. I think it's both a good everyday pen and also a great one to just have a whole bunch of different colors. Also, it was super affordable. I will leave the links for everything below. I think I got most of these things on Amazon, and this one was no exception, but it was pretty affordable. So for a 20 pack, yeah, they were definitely a great deal. One thing I was a little bit bummed about is that I was hoping the white would actually write white, but it doesn't. It's kind of like a tan color, but that's not a big deal. It's probably more usable for most people since most people aren't writing on black paper, but I always like a good white gel pen. So moving on to this next pen, to be honest, I definitely thought that I was ordering a Muji gel pen. I think that's probably what I looked up on Amazon, but these must have come up and somehow I bought them, and I didn't actually realize they weren't until I went back to my orders to find the names of these pens for you. So then I realized these are not at all, and they look very similar. Some of the reviews on Amazon said that they do write similarly to the Muji gel pens, but I haven't tried the real ones to compare them. I usually don't buy like knockoff stuff, or I'm not really sure if this is like a knockoff or if it's just something really similar. I mean, I know that a lot of pens are really similar, like style and characteristics, but when there's like something that's almost an exact copy, I try to just go with the original, but like I said, I definitely did not realize what I was ordering, and I'm not saying that it's their fault. They're labeled differently in the title. I just typed it in, and then you know how sometimes you type one thing in and then the search will give you things that are related to it that they think you might like? Well, I think that's what happened here. So overall, I think they're fine, but like I said, I can't really compare them without getting the originals. I do think that I had some skipping in one of them when I first started writing with it, but overall I swatched all of these and they wrote really nicely, and I'll keep using them for sure and update you. But yeah, if you've actually tried Muji gel pens, let me know what you think of them and if it's worth me grabbing another pack to compare or if I should just stick with these. So this next pen is called the TUL gel pen, and it's a little bit larger, I think a 0.7 millimeter. And I'm actually in a Facebook group called Pen Squad, I think. I can link that below. It's not my Facebook group, I'm just in it, and it's full of people who love pens and stationery. And at least for a while, these pens were all over that Facebook group, and people kept buying them and showing their stash and like driving all over trying to find them, because I guess you maybe can find some other ones in stores that you can't find online, or for whatever reason they weren't buying them on Amazon. They were actually trying to go find them in stores, and I really just wanted to know what all the hype was about, but it was before Christmas and I didn't really feel like going to a bunch of stores trying to find pens, because I definitely love pens, but I also really love ordering things online. So I found these on Amazon, and there are different ones on Amazon, so definitely check the ink because there are some really pretty ones that I believe just the body of the pen is different, but the ink is black. So if you look these up by yourself on Amazon, just make sure that you read the details so you can see what you're getting if you want multicolored. But anyway, I was wondering why people were loving these so much, and they said they were just really, really smooth. So they definitely did not disappoint. I really love them, and like I said earlier, I do sometimes love a thicker pen, and these are definitely that. But it's not like they're pouring out ink where it's going to take forever to dry. You actually can use these to keep writing, so I really love them. I love the bright colors. They're super vibrant. I think they come in a metallic that also is really nice. If you guys have tried these, let me know. But I think that these are definitely going to become a favorite of mine, and you will probably see them all over. The body of the pen is really nice too if you like to have some cushion around where you're holding the pen. I know I hold my pen kind of funny, so I do appreciate when it's a little bit softer because it doesn't hurt my fingers as much. I know some of you guys do not appreciate how I hold my pen, and I'm so sorry. I know that it's probably not right. Maybe my kindergarten teacher could have taught me how to hold a pen differently, but at this point in my life, I just don't feel like I'm going to retrain myself to hold my pen. It works really well for me, and I can actually hold it differently, but I think that because I have such an upright lettering style, this just works better for me because it holds the pen a little bit more upright. So even when I try writing the other way, it usually only takes a couple of letters for me to end up flipping it back into my hand, so I'm sorry if that bothers you. However, I will say a lot of you also comment that you write like this as well, so I don't think it's necessarily that uncommon. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you are these Sharpie highlighters, and sometimes you guys ask me to do hand lettering tutorials with highlighters. I'm really curious if you are somebody who's asked for that, what you would specifically like to know, just because I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody do something like that. So yeah, I'm just curious what you would like to know about that. But I thought these would be great to purchase because I love that they have that clear viewfinder through them. I wasn't necessarily sure how that would work, but it seems to work pretty easily. I'm not always a fan of the fluorescent colored highlighters, but minus the orange and the yellow, they aren't actually too bright, so it might be okay. The next set I have is the Javapen Rainbow Pastel Highlighters. These are a chisel tip and they come in a 12 pack, and they say they're mild colors. And I feel like I need to point out that these are really inexpensive. When I was filming for this video, I don't think I necessarily realized how inexpensive these were because I bought several things at the same time. I don't know that there's anything special about like the tip or how they write. I obviously haven't used them for super long, so I'm not sure how long they'll last. But as you will see in the swatches, I'm definitely getting some like Mildliner vibes with these colors. I don't know if you've seen my last pen haul, but I can link it below. But I had a couple of highlighters there as well. But I'm wondering if I should maybe just do a video specifically about highlighters and compare all of the ones that I have, because I think I've got a good majority of the ones that people are wondering about. Maybe not. I guess I could probably search and find a lot more, but I think I probably have a good 6 or 7 that I could do a comparison of and kind of give you the details and what they look like and side-by-side swatches. Let me know if you would like to see that and what you would specifically like to know about highlighters, or if there's any that I am missing. Like I said, I have a few in this haul, I have a few in my last one, and I also have a few that I've been using for a while, so I would be curious to know what you would like to know if I did a big comparison video. But like I said, these colors kind of gave me Mildliner vibes. I don't know if they actually are similar. I just really liked how they were toned down. Really pretty colors, and I will definitely be using these for sure. Now the next thing I'm showing you is the Mildliner brush pens, and I've had these before. If you guys have seen my review, you know I really like them. That's why I grabbed these, because I saw them at Target and they were on clearance, so I could not resist grabbing an extra pack. I know that as brush pens do, sometimes the tips get frayed quickly, and so I just thought it would be good to have a pack of these on hand. I also gave away a bunch of mine on Instagram a while back, so I just thought while I could find them for a good deal, I'd grab another pack. I think I might have actually grabbed more than one pack, but I mean, it was a good deal, so it was worth it, right? So I'm not going to do a whole huge overview on these because I have done a whole review on this pen. I will leave it linked below or at the end of this video. But if you're wondering, yes, I do really like these, and I really like how they write. The next thing I'm going to show you is this stamp set. I grabbed these on Amazon for a craft to make stamped ornaments, but I also want to use them in my bullet journal, so I plan to use these this year in my bullet journal. I love this kind of typewriter type style. It's just really simplistic looking, and I think it adds a really fun element. Maybe I will do that for February, just do all of my headers with stamps. That might be a fun idea. I'll have to think about that more. The next thing I want to show you is this acrylic block set and this date stamp. These are both separate, but I was just showing them together because I use them together. Some of you guys wanted to know what that was in my bullet journal setup video, so there's a few different ones on there and you can just peel them off, and then I tried to do it without an acrylic block and it wasn't very easy, so I also ordered those. I think both of them were pretty inexpensive and I think are going to save me a lot of time, so I'm excited to use those a little bit more. Alright, so the next brush pens I have are also ones that you may have seen before on this channel. They are the Amazon Basics Brush Pens. Again, if you follow me over on Instagram, I shared not too long ago that these were on sale for super cheap. It was even a few dollars less than I had bought them the first time. They were cheap enough where I thought it would be worth it to grab another pack so I could have the pink. I always like to use the pinks, but I didn't order that one the first time because I just went with the cheapest one because I wasn't expecting much out of these pens. Again, I have done a review on these, so I will link them below if you want to see my review of Amazon brush pens. They're not the most high quality for sure, but for practicing they're fun, the colors are fun. I still haven't tested them out to use them as watercolor, but I do think they'd work pretty well, so maybe that's something that I need to try soon. As far as the colors go, they're really nice and vibrant without being only primary colors, which I really appreciate. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions about those below. And if you do follow me on Instagram, it's at How to Hand Letter. I will try to do a PSA in my Instagram stories whenever I see stuff like this go on super sale. I don't like look every day or anything, but sometimes I do catch things when they're a really good price and share those over there. So yeah, I did feel like they were worth it for the price to grab some more. They're not my go-to or anything, but for practice, I think that they are a nice one to have on hand. So the next pen that I have are these Posca paint pens with a brush tip. I recently did a Posca paint pen video. I think I've bought 2 different packs now, and I really like using these pens, and in my first video that I did, some of you guys asked me if I would try the brush pen, and so I decided to grab it and see what it was all about. I don't think I've ever used a brush pen paint pen before, so this is just my first time using it. I haven't used it on anything but paper. I don't even know, are you supposed to use this on like wood, or what's it created for? It's pretty small if you were going to use it on wood, so I'm not necessarily sure what the point of having a brush tip is for a paint pen. If it's for like hand lettering, or if it's for more like a different type of art where you would need like those brush strokes. You know, with hand lettering on wooden signs and things like that, a lot of times people just use that monoline tip and then come back and do faux calligraphy, and that's how I've done it as well in the past. And so I didn't know if this would be an alternative for that. I'm going to say off of my first attempt, no, because the tip is a little bit hard to work with. I am getting some thick and thin strokes, but it's just not super easy to work with. Again, like every pen, you could probably get better at it with practice, but I think that especially on a larger scale, to achieve the look you're going to want for like a big sign or something like that, faux calligraphy is probably still your best bet. But I will do some research and play around with these some more and see what other things they might be good for, because I'm sure they're good for more than just hand lettering. They're probably not even made for hand lettering, but whenever I see a brush pen, I'm gonna try to do brush lettering with it. So I hope you liked that pen haul. It's my first one of 2020. Let me know what you thought of these. If you love stationery hauls and pen hauls, I will leave a link for a playlist of all of my hauls. I have a bunch of them. Some of them are super long. I hope you enjoy. You can follow me over on Instagram at How to Hand Letter, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.